In today's video, we're going to talk about 3 ways that will help you get better at Hyrox. Mainly what's helped us get better, and then we're going to share what we've done that's helped us, and that'll help everyone else get better as well.
Yeah. Sure. So we started, let's give a bit of backstory, but we started Hyrox, which was September 2022 was when we started some more training here, and then we went into our first Hyrox, which was January 2023 in Manchester. So prior to that, my background was weight training for about 2 to 3 years because I wanted to build my strength. I wanted to learn how to do pull-ups, I wanted to be able to do full press-ups, which I achieved those things. And just weight training, hardly any cardio. I stopped doing cardio. I wanted to gain weight as women do. Obviously, we've been told that weight training is the way forward as women. So I was doing a lot of strength work, which is good for Hyrox, but not good for endurance stuff. And what's your background?
Same. Depends how far you want to go back. Younger, football and boxing. But for 20 years, no cardio really whatsoever, just all weight training. So when we came to start doing Hyrox training, it was a massive shock to the system because we had a ran.
I didn't even want to do it when you showed me what the format is.
So we started adding bits into our trainers, started doing things like adding in some ski erg, adding a bit of rower, but still mainly weights, then doing a couple of the workout bits each time at the end.
So what I did was I started off on a kilometre run, but you had an injury at the time. I did it in the summer 2022 and I could barely run a kilometre. Then I built it the week after to 2. By the August, I think I started in June, by August I managed 6 kilometres end of August. Because I did a video on it, my own little thing on YouTube, and that was 6. And I just can't believe how slow I started.
That's what happens when you start. I was amazed I could actually run a kilometre. I thought, I'm going to try it on the treadmill, see if I can run a kilometre. I was really slow.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm quick now, but really slow when I first started.
Yeah.
And it was like, actually, that wasn't too bad. And then it was just gradually build it up. And that's what everyone needs to do. It's don't rush the process. Take your time with it. It might sound a bit boring, but take your time, trust the process.
Yeah. All right. So the points being, go on then, let's do point.
Right. Point number 1 is longer, slower sessions. Might sound boring, and especially when you do it, if you really like this sort of thing, people like it when it's like high energy, fast, high impact.
I don't, you do. Anyway.
No, at the beginning, I would have thanked you for doing a HIIT workout. But I prefer the short ones. But to help develop your fitness, you need to be doing longer, slower sessions. There's different ways to do it. So you can do longer, slower, and we'll chuck it in there. Zone 2, runs or bikes. They're one of the best ways to develop your aerobic base. You can also do longer, slower, Hyroxy stuff workouts. It's not the same as what you get from doing strict zone 2, where you can work at a set level, but you learn other things like movement efficiency, getting good at the movement patterns, learning how to control your heart rate. So there's different things you get from doing the slow Hyrox ones to do with your slower, steady zone 2 ones. We've just built up our running, I'd say for us, a lot really.
I remember when we hit 12 kilometres, I think it was just before January 23, and our legs at the end seized all.
I was thinking, it's literally stopped running at both as well.
Yeah.
Legs.
Yeah, it was horrendous. But I don't get that. No, I don't get that now. So we've managed to do 21 kilometres at this distance, and we've slowly developed on that, but we've had to get slow due to slight injuries and niggles. When your legs aren't used to it, you're going to get them. But we've worked to that, committed to it, and so long and slow is the first number 1. And 2 is your favourite.
Shorter and faster one.
She's not my favourite.
The way to look at it a little bit is if you've got your aerobic base at the bottom, and this is like a triangle, your aerobic base at the bottom, at the top you've got your VO2 max. So your VO2 max is when you work in as hard as you can for like 3 minutes up to 8 minutes. So that's what's going to really develop that peak of that aerobic triangle. So that's your VO2 max stuff. You've then got a little bit lower down where you're going to be doing anaerobic threshold stuff, where that's going to be your
85% heart rate.
Yeah, it's going to vary. It will vary.
Talking English here.
Yeah, okay, 85% heart rate. Okay, if we're doing our 30-minute, 45-minute runs, we can now sit at just below anaerobic threshold and keep that speed and that pace and that heart rate for that time.
Basically, it feels horrendous, 45 minutes. Then it's supposed to.
But they will help. Those shorter, harder runs will help.
Yeah.
So will interval trainings.
Yeah.
And interval training could be 200 meter sprints up to, the most we've really done for intervals is up to 1,200 meters.
Well, we did the 5K run developer after
Run speed developer.
Run speed developer. That was my worst block of training. It was 8 weeks long after we did Manchester, before we did London Olympia last year. And I didn't enjoy it whatsoever. You enjoyed it. You did really well.
Yeah, they're hard sessions. So the goal of that workout is you do get PB for your 1K, your 2K, and your 5K. But the goal of that is to develop that top part of your fitness. People might go, you don't need to have a fast, develop your fast, your 5K pace. All I'd say on that is, if you look at any of the top races, the top Hyrox races, their 5K times are ridiculously quick.
Yeah, so when we did a 5K park run, we've done 2 park runs last year.
Is that all we ever did?
We did 2.
After the Hyrox races?
2 or 3. Did we do 3? I know, but we started off, that first one was like 27 minutes, and our goal was to get under 25, and we did it on our second attempt or third attempt. And I reckon we can do under 24 now, maybe even 23 minutes.
What did I do on the treadmill when I did at the end of the run speed development?
22 minutes, just over maybe, just under.
No, just under 21.5.
Oh, you knew what you got, Beckenham.
To be precise. So that for me, I was well
up me, right? He fell off the treadmill and he was in bed the rest of the afternoon.
Fall off the treadmill. I just had a little lie down for a while afterwards and wondering what on earth was going on. But that was my max effort.
Don't do that, kids.
Yeah, that was. But that's what I'm saying. You can't do that sort of training, like push yourself that hard every session we do, because all that happens is you don't push yourself that hard. That's why you should have development days, stimulation days. You work hard, a day where it's not as hard, harder, not as hard, like that. So that's where adding in your zone 2 stuff can work really well as an easier style session when you get used to running the longer runs.
Right, point number 3
is consistency. And this beats
my favourite.
Everything. If you are consistent with what you were doing, you're going to start to see results. If you're inconsistent,
even when it feels like you don't.
What feel like you get results?
I never feel like I get a result. Then it'll come. You're like, oh my god, it's making sense now.
Consistency, showing up, putting in the work, and week in, week out.
Especially on the days you don't feel like it. Like today for me, we're sweating underneath all this.
Just done a half sim.
Just done a half.
First half.
Yeah.
Half of the Hyrox
and I
race.
said to Steve, which is probably 80% of the time I say this, I can't be bothered.
But then it's discipline. It's discipline. That is what we do, and it's what we've done for years, training wise.
Yeah, we like training.
We like training.
Not this one.
Even when you get up and you go, oh, can't be doing this today. You might feel like that.
Yeah.
We're never going to then go, oh, let's not do it.
Yeah.
We're always going to then be like, oh, well, we're going.
Yeah.
It's what we do. It's that discipline that gets you back, consistency of putting in the work and seeing the results. So if you want to improve everything like you're doing for Hyrox, the number one thing I'd say is consistency. Yeah. And then 1 and 2 was adding in the longer workouts and adding the short ones. I know that sounds really simple.
Yeah. But it is. Don't forget it's basic. And also, by the time this video comes out, we'll have just done Hyrox Manchester. So keep an eye out for the next few videos. The next one will probably be a Hyrox review, and there's more, and we'll let you know how we did. I'm sick because we're going to get a PB.
100%. No pressure.